Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to part 2 of the ORAS UU Road to Top 10 in the UU tier. I don't know why I said ORAS UU, I meant ORAS UU obviously, but we're going to take on the UU tier. It is April Fool's while I'm recording this, so, you know, this whole Digimon thing and the sprites are going to be crazy. But we're using the teams I use versus Xmarth for SPL. It's not necessarily a good laddering team, but I did want to use it in this, at least because we are on the lower ladder right now, and I figured it'd be okay because, I mean, Nidoking breaks Stall besides Blissey, and I can deal with that. I don't have too bad of a matchup versus Stall. I actually tested it out a bit, but as you can tell, it is April Fool's. That guy just leaves, so I'm claiming victory right now. I'm gonna claim victory. Hopefully he can't get back. Let's see if he comes back. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. But if you guys are enjoying the road to top 10 in ORAS UU, you guys can go ahead and leave a like. I very much do appreciate that. We got another game. This guy's name is Spider Booing, and this guy is a really interesting team. Again, we're so low on the ladder still. We're very low on the ladder. I think Metagross is just a great lead. It pretty much beats everything, gets up rocks. At the same time, Rotom isn't a bad lead, but Rotom actually puts in some work versus his team. So he leads Spiritomb. Not necessarily a good lead for me, but I don't really have a Dark Resist on the team besides Infernape anyway, so I'm actually just going to get up my rocks. He doesn't seem to have a defogger outside of the potential Aerodactyl being defogged. And I'm just checking back to that game just to make sure that opponent forfeits so he can get his points. But we're going to get up rocks right here. You're probably going to go for Will-O-Wisp or Foul Play. Foul Play does so much damage. Good lord. Good lord. I'm going to Toxic just in case he has Sucker Punch. Just to wear him down. Nice, nice, nice. Bit of damage right there. And what I can actually do is... I think I actually going to go out to Nidoking. I don't expect him to Foul Play right here. I expect him to Sucker Punch again. As he goes for Will-O-Wisp, actually. Really good play on my opponent's part, I suppose. Dodge and attack. I don't know. But Nidoking is inside, basically, and I can go right for the Earth Power. Give me your points. Nice. So I can go for Earth Power. I will be able to take this Sucker Punch at least. And Poison is going to be racking up. At this point, I actually don't want to stay in with my Nidoking. And I actually expect him to Sucker Punch. I mean, he could go for Will-O-Wisp again, but either way, Metagross is fine because Poison will be able to knock him out. As he does go for the Sucker Punch, so that's great. So we're able to dodge that nice, and he is going to go down. We are in the lower ladder. I don't want to lose to people because I'm playing a certain way, but once I get rid of Jolteon, I feel like we're in a great situation. God bless you, by the way. My dad was sneezing. But we're going to go for Toxic right here because I don't want him to be some sort of sub-coil set. Actually, this is great because unless he was max speed, he wasn't outspeeding me, and he would need absolute max. He actually goes for Headbutt, and it doesn't even knock me out at 10. Metagross is so bulky. Bulky. Alright, we're going to hit him with this nice Meteor Mash. Let's go. That's damage, too. Fortunately, it's not the damage I really need. Actually, after Poison, if we do connect with the next one, I'm pretty sure this knocks him out. Yeah, it should knock him out. Definitely should knock him out if we do connect. Unless he has Rest, we're good anyway. That's nice. So the 1% Metagross still putting in work, getting rid of Dunsparce and all that. Jolteon comes out. Love the way it looks, by the way. Jolteon's actually a threat, but I can deal with it to an extent. I kind of want to go Rotom because I can take any one hit and then go right for Leaf Storm and at least do some damage to him. As he has Hyper Voice. I did not expect that, guys. Definitely didn't expect that. But Leaf Storm will do enough to the point where I can knock him out with Mach Punch. I wanted Rotom right there, though I did need it for Aerodactyl. I'm pretty confident I could deal with his Aerodactyl between Intimidate and Draco, to be honest. So, and plus Mach Punch anyway, so I can go right out into my Infernape right now and go for Mach Punch. In hindsight, maybe I should just sack the 1% Metagross, but I still want that sack versus Haxorus to be able to take it on, but he is going to go down to that Mach. Nice, nice, nice. As Aerodactyl is going to come out. Now I can just sack my Metagross to the Aerodactyl to drop a Draco on it with my Salamence. Love how when he Mega Evolves, it doesn't change at all. Actually doesn't change at all. So I will be able to go out Salamence. Maybe not the most, the best way I could win. Definitely the Hyper Voice caught me off guard, but I had already brought in my Rotom. I expected him to go for Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, anything that wasn't Hyper Voice, because none of those would have 2 KO me unless he was Specs. Thunderbolt obviously wouldn't have been able to, but he has Rock Slide. Thankfully he misses because he could have flinched me right there, as we are able to drop a Draco on him. We don't do enough just yet. I'm going to go out to Nidoking because I don't want him to... I don't want him to be able to basically set up with Haxorus on like a miss, and plus I'd be like minus whatever versus him. I still want to save obviously my berries, so I'll just be able to go for Ice Beam right here. I wouldn't be able to knock him out, but Executor is pretty much forced in after Haxorus, after I knock this thing out with the Mach Punch. I don't even care if he goes Executor right now on the Mach Punch, just because rocks do knock out Arrow, so I'm not too worried about that. More so worried about the, I guess the Haxorus coming in, but it is going to come out right now, as what I can do is go out into my Salamence. I do have an Bomb Berry, so the play is to actually go out to that and then sack Aerodactyl to go back out into this on his Dragon Dance. But he actually goes for Earthquake, so that's even better for me, because what I can do is just drop a Draco right now, as he even stays in. He doesn't even go Executor, so I'm not sure what he was thinking right there. But I'm going to keep my Salamence alive just in case he's like a Sunny Day. What is all this stuff going on in Showdown? Look at this thing. Just in case he's like a Sunny Day type of thing, I want to keep at least be at full, that way I can fire off a Sun Boosted Fire Blast or something like that. As he goes right for Stun Spore. Fortunately he misses. I don't know if it really came into play too much. Maybe if he got some insane hacks and then my Infernape died upon send out. I don't know. I don't think it really mattered at this point. He has a Citrus Berry though. That's cool. And he double misses. I'm sorry about that, dude. I really am. Gets his Citrus too, and he's going to dip. So he ends up forfeiting. Let us look for another battle. What do we have here? Okay, so according to here, we have Gyarados, Sceptile, Swampert, Florges. Ooh, really love how much work Metagross puts in. I'm definitely weak to Sceptile. I learned that when playing this matchup. I'm going to lead off on my Infernape just because it has a good lead matchup versus the majority of his team, bar this Zapdos. However, I think U-Turn is just my best play overall. I don't think he Scarf Zapdos. If anything, I feel like he Thunderbolt right here. I do have Nidoking to go out into. Pretty obvious, even though Nidoking kind of tears a hole through his entire team, so maybe I shouldn't have made this play, but he did go for the Volt Switch right there, so that's nice for me, as I guess he just forfeits because he realizes this thing wins. Honestly, a well-played Nidoking would destroy my opponent's team right there, so we got into the game. This guy is Encino, which I'm actually pretty scared of, I'm not going to lie. Definitely scared of Encino. I want to lead off with my Rotom because he doesn't have a Volt Switch, like a ground type at all. So I can Volt Switch on out of there versus anything. Let's say he leads Azelf. The play is to Volt Switch into my Aerodactyl and then click Pursuit and knock him out effectively. Obviously, if he does have rocks, he can get them up. Have fun, dude. So he does lead Azelf. So like I'm going to go for Volt Switch right here. Right out into my, that looks like dual screens Azelf. Right out into my Aerodactyl because that crit did 68%. So expecting him to, he's not going to get up any screen, so maybe he was dual screen. I think he was, just based on the damage it did. But regardless, if he stays in or switches out, Pursuit does knock him out, especially after that crit. He definitely was a bulkier Azelf, I could tell. If he goes Aerodactyl, I am faster than a Mega Aerodactyl. Actually, this thing just destroys him. Like, honestly. We're going to go out to Metagross because I want to get up my rocks. That way I can knock everything out with my Aerodactyl at that point. He goes for the Rock Blast. I could defog, honestly, first, but I think if I could do that later. I'm fine. I don't need to defog just yet. So, again, I can just get on my rocks. I'm not too worried about this thing unless he has the Bright Powder and decides to stay in. I'm not sure if that's banded. That kind of looks banded, but he crit me, and it's doing like 3%, so it's kind of hard to say if that is banded or not. But we're going to get up rocks as Rotom is going to come out, and don't really have a switching for this monster, huh? Yeah, not really. Mach Punch is still nice on Infernape, so I don't want to go directly into it. I'm kind of thinking about sacking something. What does Nidoking do? Nidoking just stops him from spamming Volt Switch, so I don't want to sack Nidoking. Salamence checks that. Aerodactyl. Honestly, Mach Punch is nice for Encino, and I do have Rotom and check his Aerodactyl. I think I would just Toxic right here. If he tries to Volt Switch, that's fine. He does go right for Overheat, so that was like pretty much his only play, because now I can just click Close Combat. I am banded with my Infernape, and I pretty much get a kill, or I 2-hit KO something. If he goes Toxicroak, it's 2-hit KO'd. Heracross should be 2-hit KO'd. If Heracross isn't 2-hit KO'd, because it does have really nice bulk, I'm fine anyway. And if he stays in, and he goes for another Overheat, if he Scarf, he will go down regardless. So, basically, CC picks up a KO right now. I would love if he sacked his Rotom because that is his only electric resist that he has on the team. So I can just click Thunderbolt with my own Rotom at one point and put in work. But he decides to go to Aerodactyl. Great, we're not even risking a Speed Tie. It doesn't even have a Spray. Unfortunate for him. We're not even risking a Speed Tie at that point. So able to knock out Aerodactyl. Really nice for us. As I'm thinking Encino might want to come out. I'm not sure. Goes Heracross. As to be expected. Regardless, he doesn't have a Dragon Resist anyway, so I can go out into my Salamence right now, get off that Intimidate, live any one hit, except maybe like a Banded Stone Edge. Even at -1, that'll be able to take me out after rocks, as he goes right for Close Combat. Not sure if that's banded or not, to be honest. but I can drop a Draco. Draco again is the best play in case he goes Rotom, trying to take a Fire Blast, as he does. That's nice, that's nice. As we are able to knock out the Rotom. That crit didn't matter, knocks it out after rocks. He was offensive Rotom. I decided that. Nah, but it does knock it out after rocks. It does knock out an offensive Rotom after rocks. If he wasn't offensive, then I 2-hit KO'd it. So, Encino is going to come out, and what we can do is just sack our Salamence. Yeah, to Draco him. I'm just going to go for Tail Slap anyway. He goes for Rock Blast, so that's fine as well. Keeping Nidoking alive is good. This outspeeds Heracross, so I want to keep this alive so I can Volt Switch around if needed. I don't want to make the wrong play, but actually I think going Nidoking is the best play. I knock him out with Earth Power. Actually, I'm going to go for Sludge Wave, just in case Earth Power doesn't knock him out. Sludge Wave is stronger. It also hits Heracross for neutral, and then if I knock out Heracross, then I can just click Mach Punch. So I'm going off the assumption he is banded, especially because he went for Rock Blast right there over anything else. So I'm definitely going off the assumption he's banded, and Sludge Wave gets a kill unless he goes Toxicroak. Honestly, though, unless he has Earthquake, he's not knocking us out. Yeah, he is banded, which he's locked into that. So, nice. We'll be able to pick up the kill on Encino. And if Heracross comes out, he has to go for Earthquake to knock me out. And either way, Sludge Wave will put it in range. If Toxic comes out, I can Earth Power that. And then I do have... I'm going to Earth Power here. It's a speed tie. If he wins it, that's fine. He does have Fake Out, I guess, into Sucker Punch, but I don't think Sucker Punch actually might be able to knock me out. I'm not sure what the hell type of Toxicroak he is. Really interesting stuff we're seeing. I mean, regardless, if this thing goes down, I go out to Aerodactyl and I click Wing Attack. And I get a kill. This goes down to Wing Attack, Heracross goes down to Wing Attack. So regardless of anything going down, I click Wing Attack. Sorry, my chair is moving. I haven't swapped to, well, I don't want to tell you what chair I got, but yeah. Anyway, Heracross is going to come out. And if Sludge Wave, which shouldn't knock it out, should do a lot. Let's say he's faster. He is. So it might be a speed tie right there, or he's Scarf. Ooh. Alright, so we're going to go out to Rotom, and Rotom is automatically faster, and what I can do is just go right for Volt Switch. Thunderbolt might actually be able to take it out, but Volt Switch is just a smarter play right now, and I can Volt Switch right out into my Aerodactyl. After the defense drops, let's say he's like some weird sub-salad. I mean, regardless, Volt Switch is going to do a lot anyway, so I can go right out to Aerodactyl, and then I'll be able to go right back out into my Rotom and knock him out, and that is going to be game. Or I can go Infernape. What do I want to go? I'm not sure. I think I want to go Infernape and knock him out with Mach Punch. I want to do that. That's fun. Yeah, we'll go to SS3 Goku right here. I love how the way they made Infernape look, by the way. Nostalgia. But I will be able to knock him out with Mach Punch after the -2. And, yeah. That should be game. So, I'll say good game once the Mon goes down. Bro, just let Heracross go. Just let Heracross go and, like I say, good game. I don't like saying it until the very end. Versus in most occasions. So, alright, you know what? Fine, we're saying good game. There you go. You got. Did he wait for me to say good game? We could have played, bro. I was gonna say it after anyway. Anyway, let's look for another one. As this guy has a very offensive team, very scary mons as well. Also, 0 switch-ins to my Aerodactyl. It's great, and doesn't appreciate my Salamence at all. I want to lead off with Infernape though, because Infernape is something that scares out Sceptile, it scares out Mamoswine and things like that. And if he, also, Darmanitan cannot knock me out with any one hit unless it goes for like Earthquake, which I can just pivot out into my Salamence versus. Basically, Infernape is a nice lead because it deals with his Mamoswine. Mamoswine is actually a really big threat to this team. Shuka Mammal. I do have Shuka on my Metagross, so I can potentially check it, but again, it's a really big threat to me no matter what the set. So, we're going to, I guess we're just going to wait. I think he's going to lead off with Zapdos or Mamoswine. He does lead off with Mamoswine. So, we're going to find out right here if he is Sash or not. U-turn is by far the best play. Always. I expect him to Earthquake if he is Sash. And if I U-turn now, I can go out to my Rotom. He does stay in, so I think he is Sash. I'm actually going to go out to Rotom right here. I'm going to make a bit of an aggressive play and go out to Rotom. Though it does help me check. It definitely helps me check his Suicune. And my best play right now is actually doubling back out into Infernape instead of going and taking the Ice Shard right here. So Yeah, Infernape is definitely the best play because then I can click Bandit Close Combat. I don't want to lose to Suicune. I do have Thunderbolt and Nidoking. I have Rotom, check it. I have Bandit Infernape. But I expect him to go out into Sceptile right here. Nice, nice, nice. And what I can do is just click Bandit Close Combat. Alternatively, I could go for the U-turn. But I think Bandit Close Combat is just the best play. Because I can live a Dragon Pulse from him. So he does go for that Dragon Pulse. I'm great with Sceptile being gone. Because that thing was a threat. I want to be able to knock it out, obviously. So Sceptile is gone. Great. If that would have happened versus Marth, that would have been great as well. Not that I didn't beat Marth. I actually did beat him in SBL. But Lucario is going to come out. And what I can do is go out into my Metagross on the extreme speed. As he is going to go right for that. Nice. And I actually want to get up rocks because no, Meteor Mash is just the best play. It does damage to everything. It goes Zapdos, so it didn't even matter if I got up rocks or not. But he's more than likely going to go for Heat Wave. I don't know if he's offensive or not. Let's see. We do see leftovers, so I expect the Heat Wave. I'm going to go for Toxic right here. Actually, I kind of expect him to double. But Volt Switch works as well. I expect him to double, predicting my Nidoking to want to come out. Not Volt Switch, because I did have Nidoking, but he goes for Darmanitan, which I am able to land a Toxic on. Nice, I'll be wearing it down. And we could force it to go for Flare Blitz, but I want to go for Stealth Rock. I think he might U-turn because I do have Salamence. So nice. So we're able to get up rocks and the Darmanitan. Look at it though. It looks like Shofu. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We can get up rocks right here as Suicune is going to come out. And we definitely have Thunder Punch to pressure Suicune, so we're not super worried about Subcom Mine. I don't think it's Crocune on this type of set. I really don't. He does burn us, so not the best for us because we're not able to do as much damage as we could have. However, I mean, I'll take that damage any day of the week. And what I can do is go out into my Rotom right now. That might actually be the variant that I don't want to face. I don't think he'd go Mamoswine right here. I honestly think he'd go Zapdos. I think Zapdos is just a smarter play because I do have Leaf Storm. I'm going to double out into my Infernape just in case he does go out into Mamoswine right now, as he goes for Calm Mind. So, oh well, unfortunate. But at this point, I can just go right for the Bandit Close Combat. Doesn't do as much as I had wanted at all, as he's able to knock us out with Scald. However, so we're in a worse situation now because of that, but with Rocks up, we're okay. I don't know why he went for Calm Mind right there when Volt Switch or Leaf Storm was the play. I actually doubled because I didn't want to have to predict after, and I wanted to prevent him from defogging, which is why I doubled. I pretty much explained it right there. But I'm going to go right for Leaf Storm as he stays in and allows him to knock out a Suicune, so I'm glad I didn't double again because I was thinking about it, just because he does have that Zapdos. But I guess he isn't thinking long-term about it, which is fine. Mamoswine Sash is broken. Lucario cannot beat me unless it's dual priority with... Yeah, it can't beat me unless it's dual priority. Mamoswine is actually an issue now, though. I'm gonna go Salamence. I need to keep my Rotom at full so I can take on his Mamoswine. I guess Aerodactyl takes it on as well at the range it is. So I'm gonna go Salamence just to get off the Intimidate. If he goes for Flare Blitz, that'd be great. I expect him to U-turn though, because he could safely U-turn on the Zapdos. But if he goes for Flare Blitz, that'd be nice. He goes for Rock Slide though and crits me, unfortunately, for me. However, what I can do now is go out into my Nidoking and just click Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave should be able to knock this thing out. If he Flare Blitzes me, then I think Aerodactyl just wins the game. So Sludge Wave also knocks out Zapdos, which is why I went for Sludge Wave right there. So also just want to be able to hit it. Nice. Doing damage. Damage is what I like. Damage is what I like to see. And what I can do is just go right for the double Sludge Wave. I don't think he's max speed. Nice. So we keep him for rocks as well. Again, Darmanitan is an issue, especially because he crit my Salamence. If he didn't crit, it wouldn't have knocked him out through Intimidate, excuse me, and I could have doubled back out into my Nidoking on that. But he goes Lucario for some reason. I think he thinks I'm Scarf. No, I'm not. So we're able to knock out Lucario for free. I call that free definitely, as he decides to go Mamoswine now, and I will definitely live one Ice Shard, so I'm going to go right for Earth Power right here. We know he's not Scarf because my Bandit Infernape did outspeed him. I take the Ice Shard as he has Life Orb. We can knock him out with the Earth Power, and Darmanitan cannot beat everything. It does have Sheer Force, so it cannot flinch me to death. It's on a timer because of Poison. I'm pretty positive I win right here. Goes for Flare Blitz, so even at that, he'll be able to knock himself out, and we're going to sacrifice Rotom right here. Unless he's banded. If he was banded, then I think Salamence might have gone down, but we'll go for Thunderbolt. He's not banded, he is Scarf, and he's going to go down to the combination of his own Recoil plus the Poison this turn, and that is going to be good game. Aerodactyl never ever seeing the field. Crazy in a game where you see Salamence, a game where you see Darmanitan, Sceptile, and Zapdos. You didn't see an Aerodactyl right there, but we are going to look for another game as we got one, and this guy has a really, really cool team with Swoobat. Ooh, Swoobat. I want to lead off with Infernape just because it outspeeds the majority of his team, bar Zubat and Aerodactyl. The rest are obviously speed ties, but basically it gives me that lead matchup versus Roserade. Alternatively, though, the better lead would probably be my Rotom because he doesn't have a ground type. So I'm glad I thought about that as he leads off with his Cobalion. And what I am going to do is just Volt Switch on out of there. No matter what he does, he's probably going to get up rocks. But I'm going to Volt Switch. Rotom is pretty key in this game just because it Revenge Kills Arrow. It does huge damage to Cobalion. Revenge Kills Zubat. That is Spadef. That has to be Spadef. How'd that do 4? So I'm going to go with Salamence because I can defog away his hazards. Alternatively, I should have went Nidoking because I thought the Volt Switch was coming, yeah. Oh, well, it is what it is. I do have Thunder Punch on my Metagross and Toxic, so I'm not too worried about Jellicent. I can get up rocks versus Aerodactyl. Actually, if he goes Aerodactyl now, which is a pretty much his best play, I think. I think Jellicent or Aerodactyl are our best plays, but I would definitely go Aerodactyl over Jellicent because Jellicent is scared of a potential like Bandit Outrage or something like that, while Aerodactyl is not killed by any set, Scarf or anything. I can't kill it. And Revenge kills me with the Pringles. Revenge kills me pretty handily, but he goes Jellicent. I don't know if he'd Ice Beam, to be honest. I want to get Brock, so I'm going to go out into my Metagross. I want to get a Brox, and I want to Toxic him. Goes for Will-O-Wisp. I didn't want to go Rotom because I don't want my Rotom to be worn down when it pretty much wins the game. He might have Hex. I think I can take it once. Regardless, I'll be faster, and Rocks are definitely my priority. Rocks break potential Sashes. He does have Scald, so that's great because he doesn't have Hex. Rocks break potential Sashes, like I said, on Roserade, which is the one I'm thinking most about. I'll go for Toxic right here. Unfortunately, I miss, as he's able to knock me out with Hex. That's annoying, but what I can do is just click Thunderbolt. Would have loved to hit that Toxic, especially because we revealed Hex right there, so I could wear him down. Actually, part of me just wants to go for Volt Switch right here. I get a crit, so that's nice. I give him Weakness Policy, so I take the Hex. That's really interesting that he had Weakness Policy. And I'm not messing around with this thing. I'm going right for Thunderbolt to knock him out. I'm not risking anything happening right now. I didn't expect Weakness Policy. The good thing is my Rotom isn't burnt and it has not taken any damage at all. And like I said, Rotom is very, very, very useful in this game because it Revenge kills the majority of his team after a bit of prior damage. So Thunderbolt is definitely my play. He actually goes Aerodactyl expecting Earth Power, so this worked out even better for me now. One of the main ways that he can Revenge... Actually, his entire team outspeeds Jellicent, Nidoking bar the Jellicent. But I'm glad I got that crit. In my head, it doesn't necessarily make up for anything, but I'm just glad I got that crit. So Roserade comes out, and I'm just going to Ice Beam this thing as I dodge a Sleep Powder. Unfortunate for my opponent. If he's offensive, this might actually knock him out, yeah. So really unfortunate for my opponent right there. Definitely, I'm glad I didn't go Aerodactyl anyway, but I was pretty much sacking my Nidoking, and now he's pretty much forced to go out into... I would not have gone Cobalion right here. I have Earth Power, you do not knock me out, you're especially defensive as well, so I am faster, so I think he just came apart after that hacks, and he's not sure what to do. Could be wrong, though. But at this point, yeah, I just click Ice Beam. Air Slash doesn't even knock me out because Swoobat is so weak. It needs a couple Combine boosts in order to do any damage. So able to knock that thing out. And Infernape cannot set up. He actually sacks his Jellicent for whatever reason. So definitely going right for Thunderbolt right here to knock him out. And then Infernape is going to come out. No matter what set it is, I have Scarf Rotom, I have Aerodactyl, I have Salamence. I have some of the best checks to this thing on my team. I even have Mach Punch in the back. So I'll just go for Sludge Wave. I don't want to go for Earth Power and have something weird happen. But it goes right for Grass Knot and... we'll just go Aerodactyl to finish him off with the Wing Attack. I have Wing Attack over Aerial Ace, by the way, just because of the PP. There's never really a situation where you need to hit Aerial Ace, and having more PP is great for PP stalls and stuff like that, especially versus like Wish Protect Florges. You beat it 1v1 if it doesn't have any boosts, which it doesn't usually get. And he was Scarf Infernape with Grass Knot, so we're able to knock him out with that. And let us look for another one. We're at 24 minutes, so we're doing pretty well on time. I like that, I like that. We're definitely climbing the ladder. Last time we were almost 1,300. This time we're almost 1,400. That's really, really nice. I can't play for too long as much as I want to, but this guy's a really cool team. I actually know this team. Scarf, Rest Talk, Dragon Dance, U-Turn, Spore. I don't know what the Rotom is, but I do know of this team. So, I think I want to lead off with Metagross because I can get up my rocks, and he doesn't have any way of dealing with that. He does lead off with his Mienshao, and I'm going to get up rocks. I know he's Scarf. He might go right for high jump kick, actually. Cool play, cool play. However, this is actually a threat. I'll go Salamence right here. Get off that Intimidate on him, and proceed to Roost from there, I think. Actually, I don't think I need to Roost right now. So, the play is actually to... what is his best switching? He doesn't have a switching. Why would I not drop a Draco? His switching is Uxie, and it's just going to get up rocks. So, and if I weaken Uxie, then he doesn't have a switch into my Amoonguss. So, he goes out into his... switch into my Nidoking, excuse me. So, he goes out into his Amoonguss right now. I'm definitely going to use my Metagross as Sleep Fodder. It did its job. It got up rocks. That's all I needed it for this team. As he doubles out into Fabio. Ooh, Fabio coming out right now. I like that. I like that. But I will be able to go out into my Nidoking on what I'm expecting to be a Volt Switch. I mean, he could go for Dragon Pulse and be a bit aggressive. I don't know if he would do that, though. He does try and go for Volt Switch. Nice. And what I can do right now, Sludge Wave 2 KOs Fabio anyway, so I'm going for Sludge Wave. Expecting his Uxie, honestly, to want to come out. Let's see how much we do to you, bruh. Ooh, that is damage. I honestly don't expect him to go for Psychic right here. It won't knock me out anyway. And I can 2 KO him. I expect him to go for Rocks. Yep. Undercover Ultramarine. Exactly what I expected. What the hell was that? As I can knock him out with the next Sludge Wave. He does not have a switch in at all. So we got rid of Uxie. Uxie is great because... getting rid of that is great. Simply because he doesn't have... Like, that's not... I can defog and get rid of the Rocks. So... Rotom is going to come out. I'm pretty sure this thing is Choice Specs, I think. But I'm going to sack my Metagross right here to his attack. To the Overheat was what I'm expecting, honestly. As he does go right for that Overheat. And, Specs or not? I don't remember. Regardless, Inferno can come out and just click Close Combat. It will 2 KO Amoonguss. It should 2 KO Fabio because we are banded. It also gets rid of Rotom right now. So Rotom is going to go down. Nice. That's one of his best ways of revenge killing my Nidoking. I do have this team, guys. Like I said, I do have it. Aerodactyl takes a hit and it can revenge kill. Yeah, I'm just going to slow Summit this. Forget this. Because I can go out into my... I unfortunately crit him. Oh, he's Rocky Helmet. I thought he was offensive. What the hell? But he goes right for Sludge Bomb, expecting me to more than likely go out into my Nidoking. But now that he's been weakened, I mean, Nidoking, all I needed to do was go for close combat right there. Expecting me to go out to Rotom, excuse me, to dodge a Spore. But now that he's been weakened, I can now go out to Nidoking and just click Earth Power and pretty much kill everything. Fabio will go down to Earth Power after Stealth Rock. Gator should go down to Thunderbolt. It should. It's really bulky, and I kind of don't want to risk it. At the same time, I do. Super bulky. Yeah, it should go down to this. This is Life Orb Sheer Force boosted. It does so much to Suicune. I didn't expect an uninvestigator to live that. So like I said, that's why I went for that play right there. Fabio is going to come out. Fabio will 100% go down to the Earth Power after the Stealth Rock damage, after the 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins. That will go down. And all he has left is his Mienshao. He actually has to crit every single attack in order to win with this thing. I don't even think crit high jump kick knocks out my Nidoking. So we'll go for Sludge Wave right here. And we will be able to finish him off. That is a Life Orb Sheer Force Sludge Wave. That crit definitely didn't matter. So that is going to be game. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Road to Top 10 in the ORAS UU tier. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and I will see you guys next time. So cue the outro.